ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another review, the same shirt and some books for you to take a look at. That's right. We are continuing our review of the Johannes Cabal series. Today, we will be taking a look at Johannes Cabal, the Detective. This book right here is a book. It is one of the books of all time. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a great read. Do you enjoy detective novels? If you don't, this one might help you do it. Okay? Now, again, this isn't something to say, go out, buy every book that I'm reviewing. You need to have it on your bookshelf, blippity boppity blue. We'll get to that at the end of the video, right? As we go through it. Cover art, unique, fantastic, simple, and again, looks great on your bookshelf because it looks like a tome on the back. Okay? As you can see, the other two novels here are the hard copies. This one is the paperback. This is written by Jonathan L. Howard. This one is called Johannes Cabal, the Detective. All right? Now, we'll go ahead and zoom in here. You can take a look at the previous one, which is Johannes Cabal, the Necromancer. All right? And we're going to go ahead and put that back up there for a second. My mic stand doesn't go anywhere in this room. And again, welcome to my little reading nook, where we're going to go over a book in the nook. A book in the nook. How about that? Have a nook? Fill it with ebooks. Like Johannes Cabal, the Detective. So, if you read the previous story of Johannes Cabal, the Necromancer, then at this point you're very aware of the brothers Cabal, his story, their kitschy little carnival, and his propensity to just treat people like absolute shit. He says what he means, and he means what he says, and he has nothing to do for days except for run a carnival that will steal your soul. Be careful next time you go to that little backyard carnival in your neighborhood, because not only will the ride kill you, but you may just lose your soul. Anyhoodle, this time we find Mr. Cabal in a tight spot. He has gallivanted around Mercavia, and decided to steal a book on necromancy, if you will. It's kind of his thing. He's all about books about necromancy. Because as you can see, they're to die for. Puns. Puns? Jokes. Jokes? Subjective at best. Just like book reviews. So let's continue. In terms of cover art, again, I really like this one, but that's not where we start. We start with readability. And again, I'm going to have to put this at a solid 3.5, okay? We're going to leave it at 3.5. The writing is essentially the same style. It's very engrossing, but it has a large vocabulary to it, a robust lexicon, if you will. A thesaurus could do you handy. If you read on an e-reader, look up the words as you're reading the book, okay? It definitely helps. It does some good. And with that out of the way, the cover art, again, a 4 out of 5. I'm just pretty much going to give all of these a 4. They're simple in their own style, but they're unique in their own style. And I just enjoy the color scheme. Something about the white, red, and black does it for me. It really gets my giblets turning. Makes them saucy. Generating the sauce, if you will. And with that out of the way, let's look at, should you own this book? Okay? Should you read about this detective adventure that involves an airship, some ne'er-do-wells, a pretty slutty princess, and intrigue? Yeah, that's right. Intrigue. Little microphone to the nose there. I think so. I think that you should read this book. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making a video about it, would I? And I hope that you've gotten the gist by now from the previous video and the current video that I'm going to try to give away as little as possible, because what's the point in telling you all about the book? There's no reason to read it at that point. Am I right or am I left? You decide. So, do you like detective novels? Yes or no? Me personally, I never really gave a shit. Do I like them now? As a result of Johannes Cabal the detective? Yes. Yes, I do. I do enjoy detective novels now. That is a fact. Would I put this on my bookshelf? Yes. Okay, we've gone over that. I believe that, yes, I would. I would crack my neck and I would put this on my bookshelf. It's where it belongs. These copies, however, are from the library, and they need to go back. They're overdue, just like this video. I've wanted to do these for a while, but that's not relevant to what we're talking about, is it? Anyhoodle, as you'll hear, quite a while. What? Quite a bit. Yes, quite a bit. There we go. You should buy this book at some point. Go ahead and read it first for free. That's fine. Then support the author if you like the author. That's pretty much the gist that I'm going for. If you like the author, support the author, purchase the book. Because right now, unless you're ChatGPT, which is stealing everything, that's kind of the way you got to do it. Now, the library's already supported him. They've bought this lovely book, and Jonathan L. Howard has received a little bit of a stipend for the purchase. But should he get more? Yes! That's right. That's right. So, Johannes Cabal, the detective, the second novel in the Johannes Cabal series. Is it worth having on your bookshelf? I think we established that's a yes. What's the plot like? Is the plot worthy? Is it growing plants? Has it planted the seed and birthed a wonderful lotus? The answer is yes. I would give it, again, about a 4 out of 5 when it comes to the plot. Is it a little bit done before? Probably, if you've read a lot of detective novels. Again, I haven't, but I will be. The characters, again, you get Johannes Cabal. This time his brother, however, is not present. You'll find out why if you read the first book, Johannes Cabal the Necromancer. It features Leonie Barrow, one of the side characters of the first novel, who is one of the patrons of the carnival. It also features very heavily Mr. Johannes Cabal in disguise. We love disguises, don't we, folks? Being who we aren't. It's like pretending to be an actor for a day when they pretend to be something all the time. Maybe? I don't know. Don't care. Very easy to read in terms of size. Again, this one is only about 290 pages or so if you don't care about the afterwards. There's not really like epilogues and whatnot to this. They also do a fun little thing where each chapter, they start with a little preview of the chapter. For instance, like chapter 1 here, in which death awaits and a plot is hatched. Okay? You probably can't read that, but again, we're all a little illiterate sometimes, aren't we? The characters. That's where I was going with this. Are they worth it? Yeah, I think so. You get a little intrigue, you get a little plot, you get a little bit of this and thought. Okay? Like I said, slutty princess. All right? Hey, am I right? Hey, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. So, where do we stand? Again, I'm going to say a solid 4 out of 5. That's going to be a pretty good score for each of these. Are they fantastic masterpieces? Not by any means. Are they fun reads that you will enjoy? Without a doubt. 100%. Okay? I feel that if you like the author's style, which I certainly did, you will want to dive into not only the first two, but the subsequent three as well. There's another one that's not up here that's very good, and we'll get to in a bit. I finished that one just yesterday. And there's always that sad feeling when you finish a series that you love, whether it's a TV series or a book series, where you're like, what the fuck do I do now? I don't have any more Johannes Cabal. My favorite pale blonde necromancer with his skull-capped cane is gone. Where am I going to read the words Gladstone Bag without Johannes Cabal? Which, by the way, those are his key things. His cane, as you can see in the cover here, and oddly not pictured, his Gladstone bag, which he keeps virtually everything in, including his Webley .577. 557? 577? Decimal points are irrelevant once you get into the .10s. Any hoodle, Johannes Cabal, the detective, a whopping 4 out of 5. That's right. That's right. I highly recommend you go ahead and find a copy of it at your local library. If you don't have a library, as always, I recommend creating your own library and giving back the wealth of books to the world. And that'll be it for this particular video. And stay tuned for the next one where you get same shirted yet again, because I'm just taking care of business one video at a time here, where we will discuss our upcoming novel, Johannes Cabal and the Fear Institute, where we go into a little bit of the ethereal realms, your cosmic horror, your dreamlands. Stay tuned.